Hello students, let's continue the session on trigonometry. In the previous session we had discussed exercise 8.2. Let us continue with a new concept called as trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Recall that two angles are said to be complementary if their sum is equal to 90 degree. In triangle ABC, right angled at B, do you see any pair of complementary angles? Here, if angle B is 90 degree, the sum of angle A and angle C is 90 degree. They form complementary angle pair. Look at the figure here. Sine of the angle A is BC by AC. Cos of the angle A is AB by AC. Tan of the angle A is BC by AB. Cosecant of angle A is AC by BC. Secant of angle A is AC by AB. Cotangent of angle A is AB by BC. Let me name this as 1. If you further observe, sine of angle 90 minus angle A. If I have this as 90 degree, angle C is same as 90 degree minus angle A. Now I'll define all the 6 trigonometric ratios with respect to 90 minus angle A. So sine of angle 90 minus A is AB by AC. Cos of 90 minus A is BC by AB. Tan of 90 minus A is AB by BC. Cosecant of 90 minus A is AC by AB. Secant of 90 minus A is AC by BC. Cotangent of 90 minus A is BC by AB. Look at equation 1 and equation 2. What do you observe? If you observe here, BC by AC is sine of angle A, which is same as cos of 90 minus angle A. These two angles, they are complementary angles. Same way, you just observe AB by AC. Sine of 90 minus angle A is AB by AC, which will be cos of angle A. These two pairs are the complementary pairs. Similar way, we have tan of angle A, BC by AB, which is cotangent of angle 90 minus A. The ratios are equal here. Same way, you just observe cosecant angle A, which is AC by BC. Secant of 90 minus angle A is AC by BC. Secant of angle A is AC by AB, which is same as cosecant of 90 minus angle A. Cotangent of angle A, AB by AC, it is same as tan of 90 minus angle A. These colors you can observe, their ratios are same. So these left hand sides, I can say that they are equal. That is, sin A is equal to cos of 90 minus A. Same way, tan of 90 minus A is cot of A. Secant of 90 minus angle A is cosecant of A. Cos of 90 minus angle A is sine of angle A. Cotangent of 90 minus A is tan A. Cosecant 90 minus A is secant A. For all the values of angle A lying between 0 and 90 degree, you check whether these statements holds true. If I consider tan 0 degree, tan 0 is 0, which is same as cot of 90 degree. So tan A is cot of 90 minus angle A. So I'll mention that here tan A equal to cot of 90 minus angle A. If I consider tan 0 degree, we get cot of 90 minus 0 degree, which is nothing but cot 90 degree. Same is the case with secant 0, which is 1, which is equal to cosecant 90. And the rest of the angles like secant 90 degree, cosecant 90 degree, tan 90 degree and cot 90 degree, they are not defined. In the table you must have observed these angles are not defined. With this knowledge of complementary angles, let us solve an exercise 8.3, which are related to complementary angles. Here we go. Exercise 8.3, first question is to evaluate. The first one is sin 18 degree upon cos 72 degree. Here sin 18, I can write it as cos of 90 minus 18 degree, because we have learned that cos of 90 minus theta, some angle, which will be equal to sin theta. This is the complementary relation. Now if you observe, both the numerator and the denominators, they become cos of 72 degree, they get cancelled and we get the result as 1. Let's have a look at the second question. Second question is tan 26 degree upon cot 64 degree. I'll convert the numerator as cot of 90 minus 26 degree. The reason is tan and cot, cotangent, they are complementary as well as they are reciprocal also. Here the numerator becomes cot 64 degree upon the denominator is also cot 64 degree. They get cancelled, we get the result equal to 1. Now let us take third one. In the third question we have cos 48 degree minus sin 42 degree. One of them I'll convert by using complementary relation. So sin of 90 minus 48 degree minus sin 42 degree. Here the difference 90 minus 48 is 42. So this becomes sin of 42 degree minus sin of 42 degree. They are one and the same with the different signs. They get cancelled and we get the result as 0. Look at the fourth one. Cosecant 31 degree minus secant 59 degree. I'll convert cosecant in terms of complementary angle, so I'll write it as secant 90 minus 31 degree minus secant 59 degree. Secant of 90 minus 31 is nothing but secant 59 degree minus secant 59 degree. They both get cancelled and we get the result equal to 0. Remember, there is no rule that only the first one should be changed. There is no such rule. You can use the complementary relation with respect to the sign here, secant. Still the result is going to be same. We get the same result whether you convert the first one or the second one. Let's see the second. In the second question, it's show that we need to show LHS and RHS are equal. Let me consider the first sub question here. Left hand side is tan 48 degree into tan 23 degree into tan 42 degree into tan 67 degree. What I prefer doing is, out of these four, two of them I'll write as it is, tan 48 degree and tan 23 degree I'll write as it is. The next two I'm going to use complementary relation. Instead of tan, I need to consider cotangent of 90 minus 42 into cotangent of 90 minus 67. So we get tan 48 into tan 23 multiplied to cot of 90 minus 42 is 48 into cot 90 minus 67 is 23. If you remember and recall, the tan and cotangent, they are reciprocal relations. So I'll write it as tan 48 degree into tan 23 degree multiplied to, instead of cot, I'll write as 1 by tan of 48 degree into 1 by tan of 23 degree. You observe carefully, these things, they get cancelled. When they get cancelled, we get the result as 1. This is nothing but the right hand side. Therefore, the left hand side and right hand side, they are equal to each other. Let us now take up the second sub question. Cos, I'll write this as left hand side. Left hand side is cos 38 degree into cos 52 degree minus sin 38 degree into sin 52 degree. Now I will write this part as it is, but this sign I am going to convert that in terms of cos. So cos 90 minus 38 degree multiplied to cos of 90 minus 52 degree. So cos 38 multiplied to cos 52 minus the difference of 90 and 38 is 52. So we get cos 52 multiplied to cos 38. You observe both are one and the same. So when we find the difference, we get 0, which is nothing but RHS. Therefore, the left hand side and right hand side are equal. Let's take up the third question. In the third question, they have given that if tan 2a equal to cot of a minus 18, where 2a is an acute angle, find the value of angle A. From the given, we have tan of 2a equal to cot of a minus 18 degree. I'll make use of complementary relation. I'm going to change this tan 2a as cotangent of 90 minus a, which is equal to cotangent of a minus 18. Now, both the relations are one and the same. Both are cotangents. So I can equate the inside angles. So 90 minus angle 2a, 90 minus angle 2a equal to a minus 18 transpose minus 2a to right hand side, we get a plus 2a, and minus 18 to left hand side, we get 90 plus 18. This implies that 3 times of angle A is 108 degree, which implies angle A as 36 degree. So the value of angle A is 36 degrees. Let's have a look at question 4. In the fourth question, they have given that tan of angle A equal to cotan of angle B. We need to prove that angle A plus B is 90 degrees. Let's consider the given tan A equal to cot B. I am going to convert this as cotan. So 90 minus angle A equal to cotan of angle B. This implies 90 minus angle A equal to B. This implies A plus B will become equal to 90. Hence, we have proved it. Question number 5. In the fifth question, we have secant 4 times of angle A equal to cosecant A minus 20 degree, where 4A represents acute angle. Find the value of angle A. Again, I am going to convert this secant as cosecant by using complementary relation. So cosecant 90 minus 4A equal to cosecant A minus 20. So 90 minus 4 times of angle A will become equal to A minus 20 degree. This implies 5 times of angle A equal to 110. Angle A becomes equal to 22 degrees. Sixth question. If A, B and C are interior angles of the triangle ABC, then show that sine B plus C by 2 equal to cos of A by 2. Now let me consider the left hand side. The left hand side is sine of B plus C by 2. I use complementary relation, so instead of using complementary relation, let me consider the sum of the angles is 180 degree. So angle B plus C will become 180 minus angle A. So B plus C by 2, if you consider, it is 90 degree minus A by 2. So I'll write this as sine of 90 degree minus A by 2. Whenever we have sine 90 minus theta, it is same as cos theta. So it becomes cos of A by 2. This is nothing but the right hand side. The reason is cos theta is sine of 90 minus theta. So when sine of 90 minus theta is there, I can write as cos theta. Hence proved. Question number 7 is the last question of the exercise. Express sine 67 degree plus cos 75 degree in terms of trigonometric ratios of angles between 0 degree and 45 degree. The question is very simple. We need to change this 67 and 75 degree as an angle between 0 and 45. So let us make use of a concept. We know that sin theta is cos of 90 minus theta and cos theta is sine of 90 minus theta. We get sine 67 degree plus cosine 75 degree, which will be cosine of 90 minus 67 plus sine of 90 minus 75. So 90 minus 67 is 23. So we get cos 23 plus sine 90 minus 75 is 15. So we have converted these two 75 degree and 67 degree as 15 and 23 degrees respectively. Now let us take up another very important and interesting topic called as trigonometric identities. Let us consider a right angle triangle ABC. In this right angle triangle, we have angle B equal to 90 degree. When angle B is 90 degree, by the Pythagoras theorem, we have AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. Let me name this as equation 1. Let us divide this equation by AC square. We get AB square upon AC square plus BC square upon AC square equal to AC square upon AC square. That is, I can write the same thing as AB by AC whole square plus BC by AC whole square equal to AC by AC whole square. That is, AB by AC is nothing but cos of angle A. AB is adjacent side, AC is the hypotenuse. Same way, BC is the opposite side with respect to angle A and AC is the hypotenuse. So cos A whole square plus sin A whole square, we get it as 1. When cos some angle to the power n is there, we can write cos to the power n and that angle. With that logic, we can write the same thing as cos square A plus sin square A equal to 1. This particular thing is true for all the angles between 0 and 90 degree. So this particular cos square A plus sin square A equal to 1 is called trigonometric identity. This is the first identity you need to remember. Let's move on further. I'll take the same right angle triangle. This time I'm going to consider a side AB square and going to divide on both the sides. If you divide by AB square on both the sides, we get AB square upon AB square plus BC square upon AB square equal to AC square upon AB square. Or the same thing can be expressed as AB by AB whole square plus BC by AB whole square plus equal to AC by AB whole square. With respect to angle A, what is BC upon AB? BC is the opposite side, AB is the adjacent side. So opposite side upon adjacent side is tan theta, and AC is the hypotenuse, AB is adjacent side, hypotenuse by adjacent side is secant theta. So here we have, with respect to angle A, so 1 plus tan square A equal to secant square A. This is also true for the angles between 0 and 90 degree. So this is another trigonometric identity, very important one. Let's take up a right angle triangle, and this time I'll divide by BC square. If you divide by BC square, we get AB square upon BC square plus BC square upon BC square equal to AC square upon BC square. It can be written as AB by BC whole square plus BC by BC whole square equal to AC by BC whole square. Observe what is AB by BC. It is the adjacent side by opposite side. AC is hypotenuse and BC is opposite side. The relation obtained is cot square A plus 1 equal to cosecant square A. This value is also true between the angle between 0 and 90 degree. So this is the third important trigonometric identity. So just you should have it in your mind, the three trigonometric identities, namely, first one, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1 if angle is represented as theta. Second identity is 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. And the third identity is cot square theta plus 1 equal to cosecant square theta. With these three basic trigonometric identities, we are going to arrive at many identities. We can express one particular trigonometric ratio in terms of the other. With this, I am going to end today's session. In the next session, we shall solve exercise 8.4 and we will make use of the trigonometric identities and solve the questions. That's all for today's session. Thank you.